Boyce Watkins. He is the author of the 8 Principles of Black Male Empowerment. He is a professor at Syracuse University. Boyce, welcome to you. Listen, I know that you endorsed Barack Obama many, many moons ago, but when it comes to this initiative, which we're about to see, you say this is too little too late. Why?
Well, I did some soul searching. I talked to people who have advocated for black males for their entire lives. People like Father Michael Pfleger in Chicago. I also talked to political scientist Michael Fontroy. And our conclusion is that we have to figure out if this is real. And the proof is in the potato salad. When you decide you want to advocate for black males, which should not be a type of charity, remember, there are people out here in the community doing this work all the time who are trying to get resources right there in Chicago. I live on the same street as the president. I see Father Pfleger out there with the gangbangers, with the guys that are really struggling. And every time I see him, he says, the brothers need jobs, the brothers need help. Yeah. So when we reach out to Rahm Emanuel right there in Chicago, Obama's ally, are they also reaching back and offering the support that these people need? I think that's the kind of proof people have to look for. I wouldn't say this is a good program or a bad one. I would say that the evidence will speak for itself.
I was reading a couple of the notes that you gave my producer, one of which I'd love to have you just recount to all of us. It was an analogy involving rent. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Explain that to us.
Well, it's almost when you go back 6 years ago, and you remember when April Ryan asked the president, she said, look, black unemployment is almost at depression levels. And in certain cities, black male unemployment is as high as 30, 40, 50%, which would be unacceptable in any other community. Are you going to do anything about this deep inequality that exists in America? And back then he said something that I think was an incredible mistake. He said the rising tide will lift all boats, which really is a racialized version of trickle-down economics, which says if I help all of America, it's going to help black America too. Well, years later, and again, I'm a finance professor, so I follow Wall Street closely. Yeah. Wall Street is shooting through the roof. White unemployment has gotten better. Black unemployment hasn't really improved, and black males are still in the basement. So I think that now, when you come back and you have this initiative years later, it's almost like someone not paying the rent for 2 years and then showing up with a check for $50 and saying, why are you complaining? I'm giving you money. Get off my back. Well, there's a lot that happened before this transaction that needs to be taken into consideration.